Okay, we're back. This is Matgen110. We're looking at chapter 7. This is 7.5. So we're simplifying what they call complex fractions. A lot of times we'll refer to these in math as compound fractions. Complex is usually reserved for imaginary numbers in math, not fractions over fractions. So I'm going to show you two methods to do them. There's 4 problems here. What are we on? Page 9 of the note packet. So page 9 of the note packet, 7.5. So the first one is just rewrite it as a divide by problem. So look, 4x to the third, or 3x minus 5, divided by x squared over 6x minus 10. And now you just do that problem. So we got 4x to the third, 3x minus 5. We multiply that by the reciprocal. I can factor out a 2 on that. We'll factor a 2 out of there. And that'll become 3x minus 5. And x squared on the bottom. And so look at what happens. We get all our ducks in a row here. That is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. X3. And 3x minus 5 on top, and x squared and 3x minus 5 on bottom. And now we just cancel the 3x minus 5's, x squared into x3. There's 1x left, so 8x over 1, or just plain old 8x. All right, that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is you find the LCD and multiply every term by the LCD. So in this case, the LCD is 10. 5 and 10, go into 10. And so we're going to multiply the top by 10 and the bottom by 10. But when we do that, essentially, it's just going to hit every term like 10 over 1. So look, this becomes 20 over 5 minus 20 over 1 over 70 over 10 plus 10 over 1. And so now look, we end up with 4 minus 20 over 7 plus 10. And so what is that? Negative 16 over 17. So negative 16/17. And that's our answer. And I think this way, definitely when it's set up in this format, not just a fraction over a fraction like this where it's easy to rewrite, that one we couldn't rewrite easily. So we would have to find a common denominator first, then rewrite it. It's so much easier to find the LCD and just basically hit everything on the top with the LCD. So here, we'll do these two. This one we'll do like that because it's already written. So 10b4 over 7a divided by 6b6 over 21a cubed. And so that is 10b to the 4th over 7a times 21a to the 3rd over 6b to the 6th. All right. And so if we multiply, let's not multiply top. I normally do 10 and make it 210 over 42. That's going to be yucky. Let's take them out individually here. 7 goes into 21 3 times. 3 goes into 6 twice. 2 goes into 10 5 times. That will actually be easier. So let's see. We've got 5 A3B4 over AB6. And so then let's reduce that. And what do we end up with there? 5a squared over b to the 2nd. So there's our answer. 5a to the 2nd over b to the 2nd. All right, and then let's do this one. Let's rewrite this. This is, here, I'll go underneath. 2 over a. Remember, a negative moves it down, but there's a plus there, so it doesn't move it all the way down. It's not being multiplied. So 2 over b over 1 over a squared minus 1 over b squared. And so now look, we multiply everything by the LCD. The LCD in this case is a squared b squared. So this gets an a squared b squared, this gets an a squared b squared, This gets an a squared b squared. And this gets an a squared b squared. And so what does that end up with then? The a's cancel there. One of the b's cancels there. The a squareds cancel there. The b squareds cancel there. So I'm left with, let's see, 2ab squared plus 2a squared b over b squared minus a squared. Okay, so let's factor. We can factor. On the top, we can factor out a 2ab. And then we're left with what? B plus a. And on the bottom, we can do difference of squares. So that's b, a, plus and minus. And then the b plus a's cancel. So we end up with 2ab over b minus a. And that's our answer. All right. And then there's one more problem. We've got to translate here. I'll just erase this section. Okay, one more problem. Let's translate this one, number 5. On page 10 of the note packet, the quotient of 8 and the difference of 3/4 and 1/5. All right, that's confusing. The quotient of, so quotient means divide, of 8 and, so that's where the divide by sign goes, the difference of 3/4 and 1/5. All right, so now this one is actually going to be easy. You find the LCD here, that's over 1. The LCD between 4 and 5 and 1 is 20. So we just multiply that by 20, multiply that by 20, multiply that by 20. On the top, we get 160. On the bottom, the 4 cancels into the 25 times. You get 15 minus 5 cancels into the 24 times. You get 4. And it's just 160 over 11. And that's it. It's an ugly answer, but that's it. We're done. So that is 7.5.